One would think that 8 hours in a community of less than 1,500 people would be the quintessential definition of boring. You would be wrong to think that of Highland, Arkansas. You see, in 2008, we watched for 8 hours as a community as a single tornado barreled towards us to complete the second longest tornadic track in history as it tore through our state and ended right here in Highland. 1 year later, we hid in terror during the night for 8 hours as the historic ice storm crippled us so bad that it took the National Guard to rescue many of our residents. Our resilience is so strong that when the question was raised recently if we could come together and build a house for one of our residents in less than 8 hours, we knew we could rise to the challenge. With nothing but a clean slab, we set to work. There were therapists, real estate brokers, lawn service professionals, farmers, business professionals, carpenters. We all joined in to what a community should be, a friend. Hand in hand, old and young, sons by the sides of their fathers. Even our local police chief was there. You see, in Highland, being a neighbor is a sacred thing. We have been through so much together. We know that when one has a need, we all have a need. Skill is not a requirement for work. We teach and are taught that sometimes you just have to be there, be a shoulder to lean on, to cry on. Personally, I thought crowning was something you did in dentist offices and on checkerboards. Who knew you needed to crown stud boards to make walls out of? It was truly a remarkable thing to see when the people have a mind to work, not to be paid, but just because it's the right thing to do. This is our life in our community of Highland. I remember reading once and committing to memory Robert F. Kennedy's words, "It is not more bigness that should be our goal. We must attempt, rather, to bring people back to the warmth of community, to the worth of individual effort and responsibility, and of individuals working together as a community to better their lives and their children's future." This seems to be our unwritten goal in Highland. These 8 hours in Highland was a thing to see. It wasn't just the men who came together here to work. It was whole families, men, women, and children. They worked, cooked, and labored for their community, for their neighbors. You see, here in Highland, we know how to work, love, and for sure eat. In this 8 hours, there was never a cross word, just the understanding of the job that needed to be done. To know Arkansas is to know that building a house in June is not without perspiration. We are not considered the Deep South, but we do know how to get hot on warm summer days. It was remarkable how little we noticed the heat. We just kept right on working and moving on to the next project to be done so that we could finish in our 8 hours and with humble pride say, hey, look what our community can do together. While it is true that we do not have a Starbucks coffee here, and we only have one red light, we are proud to say that the way life is here is the way life was. Simple. We are proud and thankful for that. Now, if you want world-class fishing, hunting, and outdoor adventure, then yeah, this is the place to be. We have learned that you do not need malls, subways, or skyscrapers to live. Truth is that truly living? We live and die here in Highland with the appreciation of the simple life and the love in our hearts for our neighbors. The dictionary defines community as a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Yes, we are all different, but we have the same common interest, helping our neighbor, helping each other. Yes, we are a small community, but we like it that way. We don't appear on most state maps, but as you can see, 8 hours in Highland, Arkansas, there's always an adventure around the corner.